Good morning, luminous souls. Got the Ravi Shankar back there in the back. Gonna have a good day today. This is your host, Ayende, and welcome back to LasMorasSinCadenas Velas. Today we'll be discussing a very popular herb that can be used for cleansing, cleaning your home, as well as attracting. This herb is basil. A little history on basil. This is a kitchen herb that we have and use in many dishes. It is highly used in Italian dishes and in Asia. Basil has a rich history dating back over 4,000 years, with its origins in India and Southeast Asia. It was later introduced to Europe from India in the late 1500s. In ancient times, basil was believed to have almost magical powers. It was used as an antidote for snake bites and to give strength during religious fasting. This herb is also known as the king of herbs, with the name originating from the Greek word king, basilis. Basil was considered a royal or kingly herb by some ancient cultures, and it is still used in certain religious rituals in Greece as a symbol of fertility. There are over 150, not one, not two, but 150 varieties of basil, with sweet basil being the most commonly grown. The herb is part of the mint family and has small, shiny green leaves with a very distinct aroma. The spiritual properties of basil and the different spiritual uses. So I know that a lot of people try to grow basil. It is kind of hard to grow because you definitely have to have the soil right. It has to have the right amount of sun, and you can't overwater it, but you can't underwater it. Basil is known as basilic in Haitian Creole. It has a significant role in Haitian voodoo. It is used in rituals and ceremonies for its spiritual and protective properties. In voodoo, basil is believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits and to purify spaces. It is commonly used in the creation of paquet Congo, which are spiritual bundles used for various purposes, including protection and healing. Additionally, basil is sometimes used in offerings to the Loa, the spirits in Haiti, to honor and appease them. Basil also has a rich history in hoodoo, a form of African American folk magic, where it is valued for its versatility and numerous magical properties. It is commonly used in spells and rituals aimed to attract wealth, luck, and protection. In hoodoo, basil is often incorporated into mojo bags and sachets, designed to bring prosperity and success in gambling. Historically, basil was believed to aid in divination by the ancient Greeks, who used it to detect witches. When basil was burned and made a crackling sound as a suspected witch name was called, it was thought to indicate the presence of witchcraft. Additionally, basil was used by the ancient Hebrews for courage and strength spells, and in other Middle Eastern cultures, it was associated with mourning. In modern hoodoo practices, as today, in the New Age, basil is frequently used in money pot spells, where it is planted in a pot with coins and placed in a sunny spot to attract financial abundance. The plant is also anointed with oils and given a prayer or affirmation to reinforce the intention of attracting prosperity. Basil is still used in spiritual baths for various purposes such as protection, purification, and attracting love. According to one source, you can use basil and alahaka bath wash for spiritual cleansing by filling your tub with water, adding the wash, and soaking for 15 minutes while concentrating on your desire. In witchcraft and spiritual practices, basil is believed to enhance cognitive function and relieve respiratory conditions. Although these benefits are more related to holy basil, which is used in India, than the specific spiritual uses. Basil is also associated with love and can be used in rituals to attract new love, strengthen existing relationships. For example, in Santeria, basil can be used in purification and luck baths. In addition, basil can be used for protection and to remove unwanted energies from the home. It's considered a sacred herb in India and is kept in homes to protect against evil. So, now, for you guys, I am going to do a few things. So, I'm going to give you some information on how to do a bath for a basil bath, but a certain type of basil bath. Well, each one. We'll say each one. So, the main thing right here is you're going to basically take the basil and in addition to sweet basil, because we talk a lot about sweet herbs and bitter herbs, there is sweet basil. And there is basil that is also considered bitter, which is, the holy basil. So let me give you another explanation and then I'm going to break down the bath. So we're going to give you a bath, one for good luck and one for cleansing. The first bath, you will get your supplies together. Again, if you've been listening to my recent episodes, then you know that I always tell everyone that they need to get a basin or a big bowl, eggshell powder, which is also called efum, Florida water, goat's milk, they sell in a can, and of course the holy basil. Now, like recent herbs discussed in recent episodes, for basil baths, I would suggest using fresh basil, allowing it to soak up in the Florida water and add the goat's milk and the cascarilla. You're going to bathe normally. You're going to pour it over yourself, shoulders down. Now, remember, basil can be both sweet and bitter, again, depending on the variety and growing conditions. So sweet basil is known for its sweet and aromatic flavor, while other varieties like holy basil can be notably bitter and spicy. So that's the difference of it. So basil can be both sweet and bitter. So like I said, I was going to give you guys a variation of both. And it all goes on the growing conditions. Holy basil in Hindu is also called tulsi. It's a sacred plant in Hinduism and often planted around Hindu shrines. Tulsi means the incomparable one in Hindu, reflecting its reverend status, in Hindu traditions. Tulsi is believed to attract positive energy, bring blessings, foster a close connection with God. It's used in their prayer system and personal health and spiritual purity and family well-being. Tulsi is usually placed in the altars and sacred places, and it helps clean a space and get rid of dullness. It's also reverent to place next to the body after death to facilitate an easy transition to the spirit realm. Additionally, Tulsi is believed to have protective properties to shield negative energies and a harmful influence. And this is holy basil. Now, for those of you that do feng shui, planting a tulsi plant in the northeast direction of the house is believed to increase prosperity, while wearing a tulsi mala around the neck or the wrist is said to radiate positive bioelectric energy, which can help you with mental stress, infectious diseases, and blood circulatory disorders. This is alleged. Like I tell people, my disclaimer is I have this knowledge based on my own studies, based on research, based on my own experience, also based on my knowledge of the herbs. I am not a doctor. So with any and all herbs, it doesn't matter if you've even had them before, used them before, ate them before. It is important that you research it that you know about it and that you also test it on your skin because, you know, majority of the herbs that I do use my hands to do it. But there are herbs that are poisonous, which I will let you know, but we will not be using those herbs to do baths with just for, to be careful of it. The other thing that I wanted to say is please consult a medic in regards to utilizing herbs, as they are still medicine, just the natural kind. Now, the next bath you will use is sweet basil. Now, for the sweet basil, we will grab a basin. Again, add Florida water, galangal water, orange essence, lemongrass essence, or actual lemongrass, water, honey, cinnamon, the famous ephraim, the eggshell powder, and of course, the fresh sweet basil. Step one, you're going to add everything together, and you're going to add 3 cups of water, quarter cup of Florida water, 2 tablespoons of galangal water. Okay, crumble in the eggshell powder, a tablespoon of honey, and sprinkle some cinnamon honey. Then you're gonna take this, add your basil. And as you're adding your basil, you're gonna do it counterclockwise once, and then clockwise the other way. You're gonna pray over it, state your intention, allow it to sit for a second. You bathe regularly again, and then you're gonna pour it from your shoulders down, taking the basil within your hands and rubbing it on your body from head to toe. But in this case, it's sweet, so from your feet up, and you're gonna rub it up. Now, again, please allow yourself to air dry. For some people because basil is strong, maybe you might put a little bit of your body oil that you utilize in your hand while you're rubbing after you're rubbing the basil on, so that you're not itching after the bath, but you need to let it air dry. Again, if you guys have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram. You can also email me. Remember, I'm here to share information that is based off the teachings I've received studying and personal experience. This is considered curio, even though I can't say that basil as like strong and aromatic, that it shifts your mood just by the smell alone. And this is definitely the truth with that. You guys, it is like awesome being here and being able to share with you. I know that so many people on so many platforms are showing people how to do other little things and rituals and so on and so forth. Please forgive me, I'm tired today. But to be able to share the knowledge of the herbs is special to me, because I like giving people like a little history on things and going and taking it through, giving you some knowledge on it with a little bit of humor. I don't think that I'm a Jamie Foxx or, Richard Pryor or a comedian. I'm definitely not fluffy, but I do have some humor going, and I just want everybody to be uplifted. Again, this is your host, Ayende, and you guys are the best. And thank you so much for tuning in to LasMorasSinCadenas Velas again. And we'll be doing this again on next Tuesday. So please, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to DM me at LasMorasSinCadenas@gmail.com. That is LasMorasSinCadenas@gmail.com, or also at LasMorasSinCadenas21 or LasMorasSinCadenas Velas on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to answer questions for you, to give you some insight on the herbs that we've discussed and how you're using them if you need any more support or questions as far as they're concerned. Again, everybody, rise up, stay positive, and until next time.